Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do something that I thought I would never do again. I am going to redo this guy. And it's the Nativity of Light from Crafter's Companion. And these were made to do these cutouts. And so you have, when you open the card, you have a pop out. I did it once before, and then I was gonna do a video on it and was like, oh, it was just time consuming. But you know, they come out so pretty that I think I'm just gonna give it a go. And I think now that I'm a little more familiar, um, it'll be just fine. Let's see. We're going to use all of these dies. So we're just gonna pop them out and get them ready to go. And since we're getting into Christmas in July, I thought it would be nice to make the nativity. Let's get this out of here. Hopefully, hopefully it comes out okay. We're gonna use this paper for the night sky. This is recollections paper, and I got it last Christmas. But it looks very pretty. It looks like a night sky, so I figured we'll use that. And that's gonna go in the inside. We're gonna use gold paper and white. I don't think I want to color it. I think I'm just gonna do kind of just a blue and white kind of theme, and gold. So we need to cut our first card base, and it's gonna be, actually both sides are gonna be 6 by 6. So we just gotta really cut it in half. I'm gonna be using, I wish I had the other machines, but I don't, but I do have the Couture Creations bigger machine, so that'll work for these dies, so I can run the whole thing. We're gonna go to 6 inches. And we're just gonna cut it in half. Okay. Let me get our scoreboard out. And we're gonna score this at 6 inches. Let me get a score tool. I can't be the only one that buys these, you know, dies that have several different, steps to it, and puts it up on a shelf. And it's sad because they are pretty. So we're gonna do it at 6. And this will be our first card base. I'm using a cardstock that's supposed to be 110 pounds, but it really doesn't feel like it. And that's okay, because since I'm going to be adding so many layers, it's fine that the bases are not that thick, because now it's going to cost a fortune to mail this thing, even though it's going to cost a fortune anyway. It's okay. When it's something pretty and it's someone special, you don't mind doing that, right? Okay. We're going to fold this one as well. And once we fold this one, we're going to open it up, and we're going to do a couple of more scores. So this side is supposed to pop out, so we have to fold this guy a couple of more times, and we're going to score it at 3 inches. And we're going to try to flatten that as much as we can, and then we're going to come to 9 inches and score it there as well. Okay, so now what we have this way, fold this guy this way, is the startings of our insert and the pop out. Okay. Now we're gonna have to figure out where we're gonna put our. We can put this to the side already. Where we're gonna put our dies. And you can do these both at the same time, or you can just do it one at a time. And I'm going to do it one at a time just because I want to make sure that the little arches are okay. Okay, we're going to do this one around here. Let's try to straighten them out as much as possible. And I'm sorry I'm so low. It's just since I need to see where I'm putting it. I need to bring it a little closer to me. If not, you're going to get a good shot of my hair. It's a mess right now. You don't want to see that. Okay, we're going to put that one there. Actually, I'm going to add 2 pieces of tape just because I don't want it to move. Okay, now we're going to take this guy. And we're going to try to line him up the same way. And trying to keep in mind where our little arch is going to be. And I think just about there is okay. So let's tape him down while 2. And then we're going to get our big ol'... For some reason I think we're missing something. Okay. Maybe not. I'm gonna put the B plate, and this is why I brought out the big one, just because it'll take the entire paper, 12 inches, and I don't have to worry about it getting damaged or folded or creased or anything like that. So we're gonna run that through, and we're short, I think. Oh no, I haven't used this one in forever. Should use it more often. It's a lot more quiet than my Gemini. Gemini is super loud. I wanted the Empress, and just can't justify spending that kind of money right now. Okay, so we're gonna take this out. And we could leave those pieces in place right now. Actually, no, because then they're gonna crease. Okay. Anything that could fall out, did fall out. We'll do cleanup in a minute. And now we're gonna put our little arch in. Figure out where it is, and it's about there. And of course, we're gonna tape it down and run it through the machine. Let's reuse our tape. I think we're good if we just run it carefully. Okay, we're gonna run that through, and then we're gonna switch it to the other side and run it again. The difference with this machine, the Gemini will take the plates automatically, but with this machine, you actually have to press run. Which is okay, it's just you have to be used to pressing run, and I'm not. I don't use it enough. I think I put the Junior back up because it took up less space. But then I don't use the bigger dies because I don't have it up on my desk. Okay, let's put that one there. And then we're gonna run it through one more time. Okay. And just be careful so you don't rip your paper. Okay. And then we'll just pop it up. I can guarantee you right now this video is going to be long. But because there are so many pieces to it, and I just want you guys to have a full tutorial on how to use them, I'm just going to go with it. We'll pause for the simple things, but I really want to try to get as much information in this video as possible. So if you have these dies and you were a little bit intimidated by them like I was, I'm hoping this will inspire you to use them, because I mean they're very pretty and the finished card is gorgeous. So yeah. So okay, now we have that. Okay, we're gonna put this to the side for a second, and we're gonna go ahead and just see if we can pop this stuff up without removing the tape. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut these out again, but in gold foil paper. And I'm not using any paper that's super expensive. It's the poster board, the gold poster board that I've been using from the dollar store. I just cut it up in 8.5 by 11 sheets, and they've been working just fine. I mean, they handle pretty good like any other foil paper I've used. So far I'm happy with it until I see it break apart or I run out. I'll keep using it. It beats spending an outrageous amount of money to buy more. Okay, so with this one, which is the little village, I want to leave some space because I don't know how low I want to go with it, and I'd rather have more than be missing some. So I'm just gonna put it right there, and then these guys I'm just gonna put anywhere and just cut the whole thing out. And then we have our little star, which I also want to get in there. And then we can run the whole thing through. That's the beauty of these bigger machines too. I mean, you can just save time by just cutting it all at the same time. Okay. And now you have all these guys. There's your star. There's these guys. And I'm just going to trim these out with a scissor. Not going to be so careful about it. Let's just cut there. Okay. Let's pop this guy out. Always being careful. You don't want to damage it. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do a little offset. So I'm going to put it at the back of this, the main card, just so it has a little bit of color, a little bit of shine in the background. I'm just going to leave a little bit here so we could have some place to put glue. So let's just carefully cut that out. Release this guy and release that guy. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going to see any of this. If you want to straighten it out a little more in case the person that you send it to decides to look in it, you go ahead. It's all good. I'll most likely clean it up just a little bit more. But right now, I just need to get it out of there. So, sorry if I wasn't in frame. Let's use this. Make life easier, right? Okay. Pop all this out. And then you can come back and straighten this if you can, if you want to. And just like that. And let's see about this one. Okay, I think that's good. I'm not gonna worry too much about this one yet because I need to see how in I'm gonna leave this whole thing. So we shall see. Okay, we can move this out the way now, at least for now. Let's put all this stuff on here. It's hard to be tidy when you're trying to get this stuff done. Okay, so what I meant with this was that if you take it and you just offset it a little bit, you get a little bit of that gold. And I think that just makes it look a little more pretty. I'm gonna bring it down as opposed to up because I don't want that showing. So we're gonna bring it down and just cast a little shadow of the gold. I think that's gonna look good. Doesn't have to be too much. We'll go down, yeah. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go off camera for a second and do that, just because it's gonna be a little time consuming. And I want to save it for the rest of the cards. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to try to put if the first one goes on pretty good fast, then I'll come back and do the second one on camera. Okay, be back. Okay, it wasn't too hard. So we're going to go ahead and do the other one on there. But before we put it, I want to cut out the baby Jesus, because I'm going to glue him on top instead of behind. So we're just going to carefully cut that out. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we're going to glue the back of this. And let's put some glue. Oh, don't need it there. Let's put some glue here. And then we're just going to come around and see exactly where we want this one to go. And I think we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to layer it a little bit to the left. And you can't see it now because it has glue, but you can see the gold. And commit. And then for the baby, we're going to trim this out just a tad. Get rid of all those little pieces. And then we're going to glue him into place. Okay. Now you can color these in, you can do all kinds of things with it, but I just wanted to be simple. Okay. And I think we're good there. So this is what we have so far. You have just a little bit of the gold showing. I mean, you really can't see it on the camera because my camera is not behaving well, but you'll be able to see it better when the whole card is assembled and it has its backdrop and whatnot, so that'll be good. Now, okay, so we're here. This is the front card base. So this is the way it's going to go. But before I adhere it here, see, I want to make sure that I put something in the background here. So that's where this paper is going to come in. So this is going to be the backdrop for this. And inside of it, we're going to put the Holy City. So I think that's going to look good. I'm going to go ahead and cut this since that's boring. And I'm going to cut it, since I don't want to waste paper, I'm going to cut it maybe a little more than 6 inches and make fold it in half, just so I could just get underneath the card a little bit. And then we're going to cut this, we're going to fold this to size also. Okay, I'll be right back. I was going to score it all into place, but there's an important piece here that I don't want you guys to miss. And that's where we're going to place this guy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this one down first. And if I'm off a little bit, it's no big deal. I can always come back and trim it up. Or just trim it up now. I won't have to fuss with it later. And I'm going to trim it from the bottom because you won't be able to see that. And if I have to move the paper up, I'd rather be missing from the bottom than the top where you can see it. Okay. So this is what we have. Okay. We can go ahead and glue that down now if we want. But I just want to see where I would have to score the town of Bethlehem. Because again, that's very important. And I'm going to say that the score should be around here. So we're going to go ahead and score that up. Just get it as even as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. And we're going to fold it this way. Okay. And then we could trim it up. So we trimmed it up, and that's what we have. So then this would go here. I still don't know how much space I'm going to need. We'll check that out right now. Now, it's all in your personal preference. How far up do you want the city to be? You can have it up there. You can have it a little lower. It's all depending on what you want and how far do you want it to seem like it is. I think I'm gonna cut it down just a tad, and then we're just gonna glue everything into place. Okay, I'm gonna do that off camera, and I shall be right back. Okay, so I'm always honest with you guys, and I want you to see that for this specific type of card, the paper failed. Oh no. But it's okay. I mean, this is just a sample, so it's fine. I'm good with it. But I would not recommend it for this type of project, because for me, that would bother me. But again, for this project, it's fine. We're gonna continue on with it. It was good for all this other stuff, but yeah, I wouldn't use it for the inside. Maybe glitter paper would work better. It won't fall apart. I wouldn't even know if other foil paper would be okay. But this is what we have so far. Look how pretty that background is. Oh, I'm devastated that that thing failed on me. You can always go back and add like a little mountain there and make it look like it's supposed to be that way. Should we do that? We can always put that in later. It doesn't matter. Because, I mean, it's just a piece that goes in. So it's all good. We're just going to continue with the card. I don't want to delay it more. Okay. So what we're going to do is that we're going to take this side and the other side, and we're just going to glue them down. And I'm probably going to do one at a time so I don't have any oopsies. Okay. So we're just going to bring this guy up here and just put it into place. Now it's showing a little bit there, no problem. I can snip that out later. But again, if I don't fix that, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to use it for, I'm just going to keep it in my album. I'm not going to give it to anyone, so it's fine. Okay. All we're going to do is fold this in half. You're going to be more careful than me. You're going to make sure everything is nice and even. But it's all good. Don't worry about any of the stuff. Everything gets covered. So if you get glue there, not the end of the world. And this is what we have so far. So pretty. Oh, I hate that I wasted that paper. Let's get this done. And now we're going to see what we're going to add here. Now, I'm going to just use the same blue paper that I did on the inside. And then we're going to cut white panels out and gold panels out. And that's how we're going to stamp our sentiment. I'm not sure how much I want to do to this one. Just because I don't want to waste paper. But we're going to just go ahead and try to complete as much as we can. All right, so I'm going to cut this in half and I'll be right back. Okay, so we cut them out and we ended up cutting them out 5 3/4 by 2 3/4. And that gives us a good space around. So we're going to go ahead and glue this in. Okay, we have that. And then we're going to put this side. It's not perfectly even, but that's fine. Again, this is not a card that I'm going to give away. So if it's a little off, I'm not going to freak out. Okay, we're going to put the star here. And that's going to look pretty. Okay. So we have that. And we could do panels for here as well. We could do it out of the same paper, and it's going to be, I guess, 3/4 by, where's my ruler? 3/4 by 3/4 by 1 inch. So we're going to go ahead and cut that out. Let's do a 1 inch. And then 2 3/4. how they fit. There we go. It just breaks up the white just a little bit. We're just gonna glue that into place. And I made it different from a little bit different from the first card. The first card I used glitter cardstock and white. I'll show it to you because I'm not gonna do the front of this one. I'll show you what we did with that one. Okay. So here's the card. You could go ahead and cover the front and the back, and then maybe put another piece of white cardstock and a pretty sentiment. But when they open it, and this is what they have. Beautiful. I might finish it just because those stars are awesome. But I'm going to show you what the finished card would look like. This is what I made with glitter foil. And I embossed, I gold embossed the front. This stamp was from one of the Crafter's Companions big collections. I forgot the name of it. And then this is what we did to the inside. They make gorgeous cards, no doubt. See, here the glitter, and it's not even, it's that glitter that's not even it sheds. This one sheds. But look how pretty it came out. So you can do a darker tone and then maybe cut out the sentiment, or you can layer it and add the sentiments to the side and emboss something in the front. It's up to you. That's what we have. I hope if you have these dies and you haven't used them, I hope this inspires you to break them out. Let's do some Christmas in July crafting, and with these more intricate dies and stuff. Well, actually, it's not intricate, it's the layering. Might as well do them early, so by the time the holidays come, you have them all prepped and ready to go. These will cost you more postage. This card is heavy and it's 6x6 and it's a square, so you're gonna pay more for postage. But maybe this is something that you can give to your friends and family that are close by, and then create different cards for your friends and family that are not in the same state that you have to mail out to. Or you could send them out of packages, which would be beautiful. Anyway, I hope this inspires you. If you have any thoughts on the paper, please let me know. If you've tried it and you've figured out how to get it to score without cracking, leave me a message in the comments. I would love to know. I want to learn as much as I can, so I would appreciate it. Anyway, have a great one, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.